All right, solutions.
Yeah.
Yes. 반갑습니다, 여러분.
반갑습니다.
한번 we Solutions, of course, they debuted in 2012, and this is you had your first full-length album, your second full-length album, another EP, and now a new EP.
Yes.
You've been very busy the last 3 years. So. First off, I mean, I know I hate doing this because, as musicians, whenever they ask you the meaning of your band, 그러니까 항상 첫 질문 많이 하는데 그 Solutions의 그 밴드 이름 그 명을 그 내용을 뭘까요?
It just came out.
Just pop up.
Popped up.
Okay. Is there a certain meaning behind it? 무슨 뭐 깊은 내용 이런 거 있는가요?
탁 떠올랐을 때 느낌 자체가 좋았어요.
When it just popped up in your head, it just sounded good to you.
Yeah. So we just decided to make our name.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Good enough. Yeah. I mean, majority of the people think that when bands come up with their names, they think it's majority of the time they think it's a really deep thought process. But usually it's not. It's just something that just comes out of the question. We need a name real quick, so we're just going to make a name, or it's just the first thing that comes to your head. Usually is the one to go with. So 4-member group. Can you tell us the instruments that everybody's playing? Just to go through one. 그 악기 어떤 거 하시는 거?
저는 드럼 치고 있습니다. 박한솔이고요.
권호경 씨는 베이스를 치고 있습니다.
네, 저는 박소리고요. 네, 노래하고 있습니다.
나루는 기타를 치고 편곡하고 있습니다.
Awesome. Well, again, we're really happy to have them here. All of you out there, if you have any questions for the Solutions, please come to our homepage, write them up on the message board, and we'll take your questions if you have them. And if you're anything you're wondering about the Solutions, we'll get to them right away. Also, we have a quiz, and what's really cool about this all is the Solutions brought their new EP, and this is going to go out to the lucky winner of our quiz. So, please participate. I'm going to give you the question right now, and it's also at the top of our message board. How many members are in the Solutions? Real simple. So whoever gets that right, we're going to be sending out the CD to you. So good luck with that. Let's start with some music from the Solutions. And this is a song called Movements.
Yep.
We are in our open stage segment, and we have our special guest, the Solutions, with us. We just heard their song, The Movements. Of course, they came out with a new EP. Getting up this early is not the easiest for most musicians. 이렇게 일찍 일어나시는 게 되게
It was so hard.
보통 몇 시에 하루 생활 어떻게 되는 거야? What's your basic schedule like every day?
It depends on schedule.
Okay.
Yeah. 그때 달라서. 네, 사실 이렇게 일찍 일어나는 경우는 거의 드문 일일 것 같긴 해요.
So they mentioned that their schedule depends on their daily schedule depends on the work schedule.
Yeah.
But getting up today was especially a little bit difficult. So we're so happy to have you guys here. We want to talk more about you and your music. First when you guys came out, of course everybody. Personally, I felt too like your music was really different because there's not many bands in Korea doing the style of music that you're doing. And when you first came out, I think a lot of people were confused, especially because you're singing in English and the style of music, and was this really a Korean band? 그래서 사람들이 조금 헷갈릴지 몰랐어요. 그 처음에 그러니까 음악 스타일도 그렇고 그리고 또 가사도 다 영어 다 하시는 게 그러니까 so what was your initial thoughts about Solutions music in the first place? I mean, 첫 생각 그러니까 Solutions 음악은
we just mixed up our favorites from 80, 90 to present. Nowadays there are so many genres from rock or electronic. And we just mixed up with fun. Not too much thinking.
나루 씨는 나루 you had you all been working as individual musicians. 다 각 하시는 작업도 있었잖아요. 다 그러니까 and then 나루 and you started the band together. Right?
Yes.
The first of two of you.
나루 and Soul.
Soul. So how did that process start? 그러니까 작곡 어떻게부터 그렇게 시작하신 거예요? 두 분 작업하시는 게.
저 같은 경우에는 이제 군 제대 후에 음악을 시작했고.
Okay, so after you left, when Nato left military service, you started doing music.
솔도 마찬가지고.
네, 저도 마찬가지로.
Okay.
네, 그래서
시작하던 차에 이렇게 뭐 도와주게 됐는데 각자 하다가.
Okay, so they both had their own careers, and then Nato wanted to make some music and help Soul make some music together. Okay.
그렇게 하다가 뭐 밴드를 시작할까 해서 이제 둘이서 처음에 시작하고 라이브를 같이 하던 멤버들이랑 이제 같이 하고.
So Soul and Naru started making music together, and eventually, maybe we should do a band together, do something together. So originally, Naru wanted to help you make some music together, like produce some music with you.
Yes, my solo EP album.
For Soul's solo EP album, and then through the process, I guess you guys made a good relationship, and like the stuff that you were making, and then eventually. The two became a band, and now here we are.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So with all your favorite music and all that stuff, like, what kind of did you have a certain plan for the kind of music that you wanted to make? 뭐 특별히 이런 음악 이런 스타일로 이런 장르로 맞춰서 하자고 그런 거 있었어요?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Just
because when I looked at your individual music. Everyone's was different.
Yes.
From what you were doing in the beginning, right?
Yeah. 처음에는 많이 헤매긴 했어요.
네.
그러다가 어떤 곡이 하나하나씩 나오면서 윤곽이 서서히 잡혀서 그거를 이제 잡고 갔습니다.
Okay. So Naruto says that when they first started out, it was weren't really sure where they were going at first, but then eventually when they came along, they started to find their color and started get a foothold on where they were going. 2002, you had Sounds of the Universe and those two full studio albums, self-titled album, The Solutions, Second Movements. Could you tell us a bit about them, making them?
1집은 밴드색이 굉장히 강한 음반이었고.
Okay, so the first album was really focused on the band, and
2집은 이제 새로이 듣기 시작한 것들이 신디사이저가 많이 들어간 음악들이었는데,
right. I noticed that.
그런 것들이 이제 또 접목이 돼서 또 저희 안에서도 좀 새롭게 만들어봤습니다.
And the second album was a little more of a transition with more electronic sounds, and a lot of the synthesizers coming in there. 건반 누구 치세요? 근데 이 중에
건반은
그러시구나.
프로그래밍.
공연할 때 어떻게 해요? 그럼? When you have a concert
with some kinds of notebook.
Okay, cool.
Kinds of notebook.
Kinds of notebook.
All right. So and then the rest of the band 그러면은 어떻게 만나셨어요? 그러니까 다 원래 아는 사이였나요? Would you guys always know each other for a while, or
no.
As a band, how did you guys get together?
처음에 둘이서 팀을 이제 만들어서
right. So Soul and Nato started together and then made some music.
그다음에 이제 라이브를 해야 될 때가 됐는데.
Okay, so then they said now we have to play some concerts.
그때 이제 베이스랑 드럼이 필요해서 주변에 이제 주변 뮤지션들에게 물어봤죠. 같이 도움을 줄 수 있는 사람이 있을까?
Okay, so they needed some people to play with their band and play their music, so they were asking their colleagues about if there anybody available to play with them. Okay.
그래서 이제 소개를 받아서 같이 하게 됐습니다.
Okay. And then so they were introduced to the rest of the band. Of course, Park Han-sol on the drums and Kwon Oh-kyung on the bass.
스카웃 당했죠.
They were hired.
듣기로는 공연을 한솔이 공연을 보고 나루가 이제 그렇게 했다고 들었어요.
Right. Yeah, of course, Park Han-sol, of course, is part of has a band of his own. The hologram film.
Yeah.
And so I guess Naru, you went to go see his concerts.
Yeah.
Right. And rocking band, of course, Park Han-sol's band is really cool. That one, you must be busy. 되게 바쁘시겠네요. 그 두 분 좀 하니까요.
근데 벌써 한 3-4년 돼가지고 이제는 좀 적응이
됐어요. It only took 3년만 걸렸어요. 그래 적응이
1-2년은 좀 힘들었었어요.
Yeah, so of course, like I asked him, it's probably really busy handling two bands, but he said after 3 or 4 years now, it's got pretty much easier.
Yes.
Should we listen to some more music?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear the album, well, from your new EP, which was just released, and I think people are going to be really surprised by the sound of it. Of course, you did some special arrangements with it, and you recorded it in the US. Let's give a listen to it. We're going to play a song from this new EP titled No Problem, the song called Stage. That was Stage by The Solutions, and this is off their new EP, No Problem. Again, participate in our quiz question. How many members are in The Solutions? Don't look at the video. And then, the winner, of course, will get this beautiful new EP just released. And, this must be exciting for you. Again, this is just came out. We just heard a track off it called Stage. No Problem, the title of it. 왜 No Problem이에요?
It also just popped up in a cafe. Yeah. Okay. We are preparing show before, and so we are talking, but 얘기를 하고 있다가 그냥 갑자기 나왔어요.
Okay, so just this one too just popped up. I wish these things kind of popped up in my head too. Good. So about the recording process, what was different about this EP? 다른 점에 다른 그 전의 작품들이 비교하면은 이거는 뭐가 달랐어요?
소스를 이렇게 녹음이나 뭐 음색을 고르거나 할 때 좀 이전에 생각 못한 거를 이제는 알겠더라고요. 그래서 그런 것들을 많이 반영을
경험
했어요.
때문에 아니면
그런 거 같아요. 네,
okay.
경험. 네.
So he's saying like the sounds, sonically the sources he chose for the music, were a bit different. Is like he kind of feels like he understood a little bit more. They feel like they understood a little more what all the parts of the arrangements are for. So I think the entire sound seems to be a little different. What about like songwriting? When you make the songs, how do you do it? 여러분 작곡하실 때 어떻게 그 프로세스는 어떻게 하는 거예요?
The fundamental is just good song with guitar and just melody.
Okay, so start off with guitar and melody with the two of you.
Yeah.
그 편곡은 arrangements.
계획은 대충 짜는데
okay. So
합주하면서
okay.
이제 그걸 다시 정리를 하는 거죠.
Alright, so you have a kind of a basic drawing that you have for the song, and then you come together with a band and you work it out. Do you guys practice a lot? 연습 많이 하세요? 같이?
요즘에 많이 하는 것 같아요.
요즘에.
근데 이제 어떤 큰 뭔가 준비할 거리가 생기면 이제 되게 많이 하고 그런 게 없을 때는 막 많이 한다기보다 그래도 꾸준히는 계속 하는 것 같아요.
네.
여유를 가져야죠.
Right. Yeah, I mean, she's saying that when they have some kind of show or something to go out to play, then they'll spend more time practicing, especially get ready for the show. But Nado also says they need some freedom. I know, I think musicians especially, I don't think musicians are lazy, but musicians need to always think about stuff emotionally, so it's not really about doing work, but trying to be creative. 근데 음악하는 사람도 약간 그 압력 필요하는 것 같아요.
맞아요.
맞아요. Musicians need pressure to get stuff done.
Yeah.
뭐가 있어야 몸이 움직이는 것 같아요.
Yeah, musicians need to have some kind of deadline, some kind of work, 무슨 pressure. 그렇게 해야 then we start moving around. Yeah. Okay, so a little more about your experience with recording this. Do you guys, of course, I think one of the biggest news about this EP was that you worked with a famous producer.
Jimmy Douglas.
Jimmy Douglas.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about Jimmy Douglas?
It's really fun.
It was really fun.
Energetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
He liked to work in a vibe, some kind of vibe with musicians, and even doing mixing, he also danced with
which is pretty incredible. I think if you don't really know who Jimmy Douglas is, actually people don't know producers. They know singers, they know the people recording, you know, the main singers, the 뭐 가수들 잘 알고 있는데 근데 많은 사람들 producer들이 잘 모르잖아요. 근데 이름만 like you know, so it's hard to know who the producer is or what their role is. But a producer is basically the motivator, the mother and father of the person of the band to make the music happen, right?
Yes.
So, of course, Jimmy Douglas is an incredibly famous producer throughout, you know, back in the 90s, you know, in America. And well, no, even back before the mid 80s, you know, he started with working like amazing bands. I remember, you know, working with Foreigner and all these other famous bands. 되게 유명하신 분이시고, 그러니까 그러면은 뭐 배운 거 많았어요? Did you learn a lot from him when you were working with him? Of course, you did like a few tracks and spent some time.
Yeah, I think it's 5. Five. 이렇게 즐기는 거 자체를 더 크게 느꼈어요, 미국에서.
Right.
한국에 있다 보면 좀 고민에 파묻히는 경우가 많은데
Right.
어차피 음악은 즐기면서 하는 게 더 맞는 거라는 걸 다시 깨달았어요.
Right. So for Naru, he says that you know, working in the States with Jimmy Douglas, he felt a little more feeling the vibe, he says, but I guess feeling a little more loose, getting more into the emotional part of the music. You know, in Korea, it's more about gomin, which is more about like really thinking hard about it and trying to make decisions and trying to make your best thing. You know, other aspects. So let's hear some more music first of all. And let's hear about a song called Love You Dear. Can you tell us about this? We want to play Love You Dear next. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
타이틀곡? 타이틀곡이고.
Yes.
신디사이징 사운드가 이전 같이 좀 많이 드러나게 했는데 좀 더 자유로운 느낌은 더 있는 것 같아요.
Okay, so this is going to be Love You Dear is the title song off this new EP, and there's a lot of different arrangements and they inclusive a lot of synthesizers, so it's going to be a little bit of different sound than what they have. And something new for them. So we're going to play that for you in a minute. Before we do that, again, come to our message board and like if you have any questions for the Solutions, please write them up there and we'd love to hear from you, and I'm sure Solutions would love to hear from you again. And also participate in our quiz question regarding how many members are in the band and then you may be getting the CD. So let's go to the Solutions with their title song from the new EP, Love You Dear. Back in open stage here at Sonic City, and we have the Solutions with us. Got some some questions from our listeners here on our message board, and the first question we'll take. This one is from Iris20, saying, "What embarrassing songs might you find on your MP3 player?" MP3 그 플레이리스트에 뭐 약간 누구 그 MP3 보게 되면은 약간 이 노래 보는 게 조금 부끄러울 수도 있는.
그러니까 부끄럽다기보다는 네. 사람들이 좀 자주 놀라시는 게 이제 저는 그러니까 엄청 옛날 노래들을 좀 많이 듣긴 해요. 뭐 심수봉이라든지 심수봉 들국화 뭐 신촌블루스 이런.
So like classic rock.
예. 그런 노래들. 강호달님 되게 좋아하고요.
Okay. So, well, for him, for, you know, Park Han-sol, he's more, like, not really embarrassed about, but I think people are surprised to see certain types of music. Of course, he's, like, in the Shimsubong, 들국화, kind of a lot of classic rock, older music.
Yes.
Rather than a lot more modern. Because, I mean, the music that you play is really modern and really upbeat and up with the times, but the music that he has on his playlist is you know, seems to be a little back, but not really embarrassing, but something that people are surprised about. Okay, another question we'll take is let me see, what inspires you to write songs? 작곡할 때는 어떤 것에서 영감을 받는 거예요?
그때 다른 것 같긴 해요. 뭐 이렇게 좋은 창작물을 보거나 약간 뭐 그림이라던가 뭐 음악을 듣거나 아니면 영화를 보거나 이런 데서 어떤 감정을 느껴서 거기에 대한 뭐 가사라던가 어떤 이미지가 그려지기도 하고 아니면 그냥 악기 뭐 기타라던가 뭐 건반 이런 걸 그냥 가지고 놀다가 어떤 뭐 리프라던가 코드가 떠올랐을 때 곡이 나오기도 하고 그런 것 같아요.
Park Sol, he says, Sol says, you know, sometimes it's all different. You know, sometimes he'll see a movie or a painting or something like that just kind of inspires him. visually or sonically, and then he's kind of inspired to write a song. Or sometimes he just picks up the guitar or the piano and just the sound, maybe the melody that he makes, and he's be able to create something out of that.
사실 근데 제일 많이 떠오를 때는 그냥 아무 생각 안 하고 누워 있거나 걸을 때, 길 걸으면서 저는 멜로디 같은 게 많이 떠오르는 편이에요.
So and he says, probably the most inspiring, the most times he has time to create is probably when he's just not thinking about anything, just laying down, just thinking about nothing in silence, or going out for a walk, spending time with himself. Yes. And I mean that's most times you get a lot of creative stuff like that. This one's kind of fun. What are the 5 things you can't live without? Again, this is from Iris20. We thank you for this. 5가지 없으면 못 살겠다.
제가 생각해봤는데 그 5가지가 제가 약간 무소유 이런 느낌에 관심이 많아서 사실 없으면 안 되는 5가지 정도는 없고, 제가 최근에 베이스 기타를 하나 잃어버렸어요. 네, 팬더 베이스, 그 프레션 베이스인데 제가 인생에서 필요한 게 베이스지 않나.
베이스 5개.
네. 여기 나온 김에 말해줘요 그거. 찾아봐요.
Well, first of all, okay, he's a bassist, and he's like, well, nothing. The first thing that comes to his mind is that he, recently lost a bass, and he lost a nice precision Fender bass, and this is a pretty expensive bass.
Yeah, no,
not that really.
Yeah,
pretty.
많이 비싼 건 아니고.
Okay. But bass is your instrument, and like for a bassist, one thing he can't live without, of course, is his instrument. 하나만 더, 다른 거 무슨?
다른 거는 박한솔 씨께서도 그런 게 있지 않을까요?
And he shifted it over to 박한솔 now. That was Kwon Oh-kyung, by the way.
제가 근데 오늘 갑자기 생각난 건데 오늘 아침에 이런 생각을 했었거든요.
Okay, so when he woke up this morning, he had a certain thought. Okay.
제가 지금 핸드폰이 다 거의 부셔졌어요.
Okay, his handphone was all broken up. Okay.
근데 생각해 보니까 제가 하루에 제일 많이 보는 게 핸드폰이더라고요.
Okay.
그래서 이걸 좀 좋은 걸로 바꿔야겠다 이런 생각을 하고 있었는데, 그래서 사람들이 요즘에 자기도 모르게 엄청 많이 보는 게 핸드폰이지 않나.
Right. So
생각이 듭니다.
he was thinking to himself, his handphone, I guess, is not in good shape. 지금 가져왔어요? 한번 봐도 돼요? His handphone is not in good shape. Yep. Okay, it's pretty beat up. It's a pretty beat up phone. And I was thinking to himself, maybe it's time to change this, and how important the handphone. He says he spends a lot of time looking at the handphone.
Not drum set.
Okay, again, thank you, Iris20, for all these good questions. I'm surprisingly, 5 things you can't live without. 혹시 여러분 좋아하는 사람 없어요? 여자친구들이 없나요? Nobody has a girlfriend here?
Secret. Top secret.
Top secret. 미국 가실 때 미국 여자들이 만나본 적 없어요? 친구들이 안 생겼어요? 가서? You didn't meet any beautiful American women when you were in Florida? Miami is the hot place.
Yeah, it's really hot place. The people were so pretty and handsome.
Right.
Yeah. We just looked at.
이런 얘기 괜찮을지 모르겠는데 저희 마이애미 비치가 되게 자유로운 곳이더라고요.
Right, Miami is a very free kind of place. Yeah.
예, 그래서 어떤 선택하시는 분이 되게 더 자유로운 마음 복장으로 하시길래.
Nude.
Yeah. Topless.
So, Kwon Oh-kyung-nim, he had to mention the beach in Miami, and it's a very freedom kind of place, and a little more free than he thought when he saw some nude sunbathers there. So it's pretty cool. Beautiful place though. Yeah. Okay, we'll take a message from Georgia1234. Hello guys, I just became a fan of you listening to Movements, and hope she's from Atlanta, Georgia, which is the United States. That's right above Florida. How many languages do you speak?
Korean fluently.
Okay.
English hardly.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. So are we almost out of time? We're just about out of time, I think. Fast.
Yeah.
But we have some. You're going to be having a concert this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend, Saturday. Yeah.
So wait, hold on. We do still have some time. We're going to listen to another song, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. we're gonna listen to a song from. Is this from the LP? EP? This is from Jungle in the Mind. Oh,
in Your Mind.
Okay,
our second album.
From the second album.
Yeah.
So let's go to that. Wow, and please keep your questions coming into the Solutions on the message board, and we'll be right back after we hear this song, Jungle in Your Mind. And we're back. That was Jungle in Your Mind by the Solutions off their second album. And again, we have them here in the studio. We're going to talk a little bit about your music a little more. You know, of course, I think the number one thing for a lot of listeners will be why in English? 그 영어로 왜 부르시는 거예요?
처음에 곡을 쓸 때 이제 멜로디 라인 이제 가이드를 하잖아요.
Okay. Yeah. When they first when you write a song, they usually just kind of sing the melody, but with no clear lyrics.
Okay. 아무래도 저랑 나루 형이랑 어렸을 때부터 팝 음악을 많이 듣고 자라다 보니까
Okay.
뭐 곡 정서라던가 이제 뭐 멜로디 느낌들이 팝 음악에 가까운 것들이 많이 나왔었어요.
Okay, so and probably because of their background, when Hansol and Naru, when they make their songs, they since their background a lot of pop music, listening to a lot of pop music, they the melodies that they hear in their head are kind of based on the English sounding melodies.
Yeah. 그래서 한글 가사를 붙이려니까 나중에 그 저희가 원했던 멜로디 라인들이 이렇게 좀 느낌들이 많이 죽는다 그래야 되나?
Right. So so when they eventually started to write lyrics and try to put Korean language lyrics onto the melodies that they had in their head, it just changed so much, and the feeling of it changed a lot. So eventually, that's why you keep it in English.
English was stick to the sound we make.
Okay.
More,
So more sticking to the English language helps them stick to the sound that they originally conceived in their mind.
Yeah.
Nowadays, Korean also stick to it.
Right. And
we don't know why, but
right.
경험이 쌓이다 보니까.
Okay. And so now with a little more experience there, I think their Korean language, the lyrics are sticking more to their melodies now. You of course, you spent your time recently in the U.S. recording this EP, some of the songs on the EP, and also for South by Southwest.
Yeah.
What other countries have you been to so far? 다른 나라는 어디 해외 쪽에서 어디서 활동하셨나요?
활동까지는 아니고 이제 공연을 했던 데는 맨 처음 갔던 데가 이제 일본.
Okay.
일본이랑 태국 갔었고
Japan and Thailand.
그 뒤에 이제 유럽 투어를 프랑스랑 네덜란드 그리고
독일, 벨기에.
그리고 저기 러시아.
Wow. So Russia, France, Belgium, Germany.
Yeah.
So we started in Japan and Thailand and went on a small European tour. How was Russia? Russia는 어땠어요?
그때 너무 힘들었던 기억이 나는데 왜냐면
He has a very hard memory. Okay.
맨 처음
This is Hansol, by the way.
네, 맨 처음 공연했던 곳이에요. 근데 이제 딱 거의 9시간 비행을 하고 도착하자마자 공연장으로 그 무거운 짐들을 다 끌고 가가지고
지하철을 타고.
It was their first show in Russia, and then when they first thing they got off the plane, they had to. It was a 9-hour flight from Korea.
거의 그 정도였죠.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so then they got off and they had to go to the gig. Well, to the place that they were playing, and they had to lug all their gear by subway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by walking.
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 And 그리고 공연이 다 끝난 뒤에도 휴식을 거의 한 2시간 자고 바로 또 비행기 타고 프랑스로 넘어갔거든요.
Okay. So, and then right after the show, they had about a 2-hour rest, and then they had to get on the plane and go to France. So, 정말 정신 없었겠네요. 그때는. You guys must have been really busy. I mean,
그 저희가 모스크바에서 이제 지하철을 타고 걸어서 이동을 했던 게 그때가 이제 도착했을 때가 그쪽에 이제 차가 굉장히 많이 막힐 시간이라서 밴으로 이동을 하면은 도저히 공연장에
so no choice. Okay, so I guess the time that they arrived in Russia, it was like rush hour.
Yeah.
Really busy time. So they had the van. They could have, but if they took the van, then they would have missed the gig. You would have been late for the show. Yeah. So you had to end up walking. And taking the subway. Okay, I get it.
근데 또 그리고
hardworking musicians.
그때 근데 기억이 나는 게 그 무거운 짐들 끌면서 걸어가면서 보는데 이렇게 소리 형이랑 눈 마주쳤는데 막 근데 그래도 행복하다 이러면서 막 갔었거든요. 근데 지금 다시 하라면 그때처럼 웃으면서 할지는 잘 모르겠는데.
Hansel says, at the time, it was like really exciting and a lot of fun because, of course, they're going to play their gig in a different country. But now, when he thinks back of it now, he doesn't think he would I don't think he would think it's so funny anymore. Yeah. Okay. Was that your first overseas concert? 첫 해외 공연 언제 어떤 거였어요?
첫 해외 공연이 일본 썸머소닉
Summer Sonic. Yeah. Okay, and that was in Japan?
Yes, in Tokyo.
How was that?
Oh, it was so exciting because we didn't even go to Japan. I went to Japan before. Yeah, it all was first time for us.
Right.
But people were so kind and they really enjoyed our music. So it was so good. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
저 같은 경우는 음악을 하면서 항상 목표가 락 페스티벌 무대에 서는 거였어요.
Right.
근데 그때 또 홀로그램 필름이랑 솔루션스 두 팀 다 썸머소닉에서 공연을 했었거든요.
같이 했어요, 그때.
네. 그러니까 썸머소닉이라는 데는 사실은 저한테는 말도 안 되는 무대였는데 그거를 두 번이나
말도 안
그러니까
되는
뭔가 저한테는 너무 먼 곳이었어요. 썸머소닉이라는 게. 근데 그때 한 날에 두 팀 다 공연을 했는데 그때 엄청 더웠거든요. 근데 너무 이거 너무 좋다, 너무 행복하고 막 그랬어요.
Almost a dream come true.
Yes.
Okay, so Park Han-sol, the drummer, he's mentioning that for him when he thought about Sonic City, well, when he was young, of course, as a musician, his dream was to go into like the big, the summer stage, that we grew up watching, and then he had the opportunity with two bands. He was playing with the Solutions and his band Hologram Film, and they ended up in Sonic City. Sonic, not in here at Sonic City too, but at Summer Sonic, and and it was just kind of overwhelmed, and it was like a dream come true. Upcoming performances overseas. 해외는 올해는
not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet decided, but...
Okay, not decided yet.
We hope to go soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you're going to be having a concert here for your release of this EP. You're going to have a concert Saturday. Is that a showcase concert? Yeah. Or just a concert, right?
Just a concert,
Okay. Okay, so, but of course, you'll be telling about this new EP, which is great. And we did mention that they did bring one in, and if you participated in the quiz question, then you would be receiving this. And we have a winner, and we're gonna be sending this brand new EP out to Iris 20, and this is in Mexico.
Oh,
Mexico.
Hola.
Hola, señor.
Buenos días.
Iris 20, congratulations, okay? We'll be sending this CD from the Solutions to you.
I love Mexico.
So congratulations on that. Make sure you put your address up on the message board so we could get this to you, okay? Or you're going to totally miss out, all right? So congratulations to you again. We're about to say goodbye. We're about out of time. I want to thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
고생하셨어요. It's a real pleasure to meet you guys. Amazing guys, amazing band. We're going to be seeing more of them, and congratulations on your new EP.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to finish this up with a song from the Solutions, of course, and this is from the EP, and this is L-O-V-E. Again, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.